So probably bring it to a close. I mean, it did touch on it. I'd like to try and, as much as I can, because it is a very negative topic I find quite a lot of the time. I mean, what are the, kind of the big positives you've seen out of going through the whole process? Would you say? Because I think there is a
think
lot that people kind of pass by, but there is a lot of
I
positives you get
think
out of it.
yeah, there is. So when most people who are through it, they'll say hardest thing they've ever done, best thing they've ever done. So I think when I do get through it, hopefully, probably have a bit more to say about it. But
Mm.
the, it's a test for me. It's just a test. I mean, this is probably going back, against what being positive is more negative kind of thing. But what you don't see is the mental side of it. I've always been quite a positive person. If anyone spoke to me about mental health before TSW, I won't really have a comment on it. I just be like, everyone's different.
Mm.
It's a mindset. Like, you'll get there with the right mindset. People say that about TSW kind of thing, but my mental health has been absolutely shot from TSW. I can't even explain how difficult I found it, and I'm not really too much of an emotional person, but I'll quite happily admit, like, I've broke down, I've cried,
Mm.
I've been depressed, I've had depression, I actually, I don't know when it was, maybe the early stages. I didn't want to be here anymore. Like, not that I do anything stupid kind of thing, but I just
Mm.
literally, it was so tough. I can't go backwards. I can't get forwards. What am I doing here kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be here anymore. I didn't want to wake up. When I went to sleep, I didn't want to wake up. So again, not to scare anybody, but everyone handles it differently. I feel like I'm in a better place now, but I struggle so badly, like, just cry, just crying, like, for a guy to say, like, oh, I've been crying, like, it's a tough thing,
Yeah.
and especially with this day and age, it's getting better. Like, people saying, like, it's okay to talk and blah blah blah. But I was brought up with, you know, man's a man, strong minded, grafter, blah blah. Like, my dad's just a grafter.
Mm.
That's how I was brought up, kind of thing. But I found that it's all right to express your feelings and stuff, especially going through TSW, because your emotions are all over the show. I mean, I didn't really want to talk about it too much, but I've actually been on tablets for mine for probably like 5 months now,
Mm.
just because I was struggling so much, and I got to a point where I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I need some help.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
went to doctors and stuff and blah blah blah, and it has helped me. And hopefully, it's only a temporary thing. But I can't say one's worse than the other. But physical and mental, the mental side is very very tough. It's tough to just get up every day and keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if people don't know what TSW is or anything, or they might watch this, like any of my friends or anything, or people who know me kind of thing,
Yeah.
they, they might just think, oh yeah, a bit itchy or anything. But when you're itching every day, all day, 24 hours a day, that on top of being, having anxiety or worried about what you look like, worried about what people think.
Mm. How
I
it
mean, I was,
looks, big one.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to, when I was going to work, so recently I was going to work in the mornings, and I'd have like a mini panic attack before I got to work, because I was just worried that knowing that I'm going to be itchy and stuff and blah, 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 which it's never something I've never suffered with ever before. And, stuff like that never bothered me. And it got that bad that I'm now working from home. Like, they've let me work from home, kind of thing, just to relieve the
Yeah.
stress.
That's really good of them.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I mean. It is good when you get that support. I've been very lucky in that way, in a sense. Um, but yeah, for me, as much as it's been tough physically, I've been very tough physically. The mental side is just, I can't even explain it. And I see every day people on Instagram who are going through it, and they'll post up how they're struggling and blah blah blah. And sometimes it's just sending a message saying, "Hope you're doing all right. Keep
Yeah.
going, stay strong," kind of thing, because that's what you need, just a reassurance that you're doing the right thing. But um, in terms of the positives, what I found is I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was.
Yeah.
If I said you're going to go through this for the next year, I thought, no chance that I would never ever be able to do that. So I know I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. Again, not taking things for granted, knowing that I've had the ability to suffer and keep going. Tested relationships. So initially, you know, the early stages, it tested my relationship. It's made my relationship with my partner stronger, I believe. But when you're going through it, and this is what I found with my partner, not going into too much detail kind of thing, but they're obviously watching you go through something, and if they're struggling, you don't necessarily say anything because they think what you're going through is worse. And you think, well, how can you be feeling like you're struggling when I'm going through this? And that's what you've got to take away from it is, you know, just because someone doesn't understand how it feels doesn't mean they don't care.
Yeah.
I know it can ruin people's relationships. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of the videos, the preventable documentary. You've not seen that?
No,
I'll send
no.
it to you. But one of the persons in that, you know, it ruined a relationship kind of thing. So I'll take away a positive, knowing that it's made mine stronger. I don't know. What about you? What would you take away from it?
I think a big one is not taking things for granted. Before, it's kind of like a bit of a stupid 16-year-old kid essentially. I was worried about so many stupid things that mean nothing. So now I really focus on, I guess, what really matters is a big one, and I've actually got more of. I don't care about what people think as much now. I still got a lot of friends that are still quite, I guess, childish, and that, I was about to say they know who they were. They probably won't even see this. Regardless, I won't get into that. That's a dark hole. But yeah,
I think that'll come with. You're 18, so I think I'd probably find going through this at your age probably more difficult than I do now. So I'm 29. So I think when you get older, you kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have this issue where I worry about everything, what people think about me. I worry about if I've done the right thing, said the right thing, whatever, everything. But as you get older, obviously going through TSW, it's just stress. So if you worry about someone who thinks you're right, and they don't like you for whatever reason, or they judge you, then that's their problem, innit? Just shrug it off, kind of thing. But I do think if I was your age going through it, I probably struggle quite a lot, to be fair. So
I mean,